Good morning. It's such a beautiful day in my world. Hello, America. So good to see you. I just woke up with just glad to be amongst the living on today, and just came by to give you a little bit of encouragement today, knowing that you can slay your giant. You don't have to hold on to that joker no more. Those giants don't have to matter to you anymore. So this is Dr. Eve Angel Savage coming by just to shed a little light, a little sunshine in your day. We're talking about slaying those giants that just keep us bound, that keep us from having the things that we so deserve. I'm talking about launching your rocket today. So many of us have such great talents and gifts, and we just hold on to them because of fear, because of lack, because of intimidation, because of doubt, because of a myriad of reasons why we hold on to the gifts and talents that God has for us. Hello there. Thank you for joining me. So excited that, this is a new day, folks. This is a new day for you to have all the things that God wants you to have. And we know what the word says. The word says we can slay the giant. We know that Goliath, he needed nothing more than a slingshot. Let me tell you, I work in the mornings. I go to my government job. It's healthcare, right? I think about that EKG specialty. And when I think about life and I think about this journey called business, I think about how it actually functions, right? Have you ever thought about, considered a EKG and how that works, how the rhythms of the heart work? Check this out, right? In your spare time, just think about that for a minute, and how our heart beats, and how it has peaks and lows and high valleys and mountains, and it just has so many rhythms, right? It goes up and down and up and down. Literally, that's how business is. That's how life is. Life is like an EKG. And here's what I think about when I think about Goliath and the slingshot. You can be in a place that looks like a valley, right? Or tomorrow you could be in a place that's like a mountain. That's your peak, right? Let's just follow me on this. Business has its ebbs and flows. So there will be times when you will have a valley, a mountain, a valley, mountain, a valley. That's how life is, right? But think about Goliath. Think about the way a slingshot is made, right? A slingshot is made in the only way that you can propel forward is you got to pull all the way back, right? So when you pull all the way back, and depends on the momentum that you have at that time, depending on the momentum that you have at that time, will determine how far you're going to go when you let go of that slingshot. We know that Goliath slayed that giant, and all he had was a slingshot. Keep with me now. He pulled that slingshot back, and he conquered that giant. Business is much like that. And a lot of times we get to a place where we doubt ourselves, or that we have a fear to move forward. I want you to begin to think about Goliath. Think about how you can position yourself. And every time you get a little discouraged about moving forward in your natural gifts that God has given you, to be great, to have the abundant harvest that he will have you to have, so that you can be the head and not the tail, the lender and not the borrower, above and not beneath. Every time you begin to have any inkling of doubt, I want you to think about how Goliath, pulled back that slingshot and he killed that giant, right? Kill that fear every time it comes. Kill that doubt every time it comes. And the way you do that is you gain the momentum that you need by doing the work. Doing the work so that when your rocket take off, or that slingshot, you release that slingshot, that you go to a place of higher ground. So when we're working on our dreams, we have to work diligently with the momentum that will take us to higher ground. If you are not doing the work, then don't expect to go to higher ground. But my words are of encouragement today. I used to be in a place. I've always worked, though. I never stopped working. But I always felt like I'm working so hard, but yet I'm not going anywhere. The truth of the matter is, there is a time and a season of readiness. And if you're not in your time and season of readiness, then just keep working. Just keep cultivating, because eventually the harvest is going to come in. You can't give up on the seeds that you plant. The water is coming. The harvest, the seeds will grow. But you have to keep pushing. You have to keep cultivating. You have to keep your momentum, so that when you sling and you release, in your time of release, you too will go to higher ground. That's my words of encouragement today. We have a program over at Audacity Group Social Enterprise. Beginning July 1st, we're going to launch another class called Brand and Launch, or Launch Like a Rocket, right? So we want you to visit us at bit.ly/launch like a rocket. bit.ly/launch like a rocket. You don't have to go at it alone. You have people who have walked the walk, who have spent the time, who have pulled back the slingshots, only to prepare those things that you need to go to your higher ground. If you have a good idea and you're not there yet, let us help you get there. The thing about our courses over at the Institute of Courage, that's what I call it, the Institute of Courage, because you gotta be brave. The thing about business is, if you decide that you're gonna take that step, then you are one brave soldier. So I call it the Institute of Courage, because that's exactly what it is. I admonish any business owner who has taken those steps to move forward, to own their own, to own their stage, to own their life, to own their future, to create and predict what it's going to look like, because they've taken the step with their great idea. And there's so many wonderful ideas out there. So Launch Like a Rocket is what we're doing over at Audacity. And that's going to begin July 1st. For all those who are interested, it's probably less than $20 per week, because the total of the course is $149, and it's over a 6-week period. You'll learn what type of structure you need, what the concept of your business name, and how and what that matters, and why it matters what you name your business. You'll learn how to set that structure up, begin to look at your social media, begin to really make the steps and strides to make that happen for yourself. Very, very easy process. But many people go in circles because they don't necessarily know where to start, or they feel like they don't want to have to read or go through mounds of paperwork to truly understand that. And the one thing I don't like to be is a crutch. I believe that handicaps individuals. But if we teach you the process, then you understand the process. By being in the course room with you, then you have a support system that you can bounce your ideas off of. So I encourage you to stop on over to bit.ly. Our course is beginning July 1st, launch like a rocket, because it's imperative that you get moving, get your idea out there and brand it. If you don't, we over at Audacity approach business from the perspective of investment. So not only will you launch like a rocket, but you'll be prepared, more prepared to begin with the end in mind. Meaning, you may not want to keep this business forever. You may want to sell it as a multi-million-dollar enterprise, depending on what kind of idea you have. But when you have business owners who understand the principles of investment, then we can teach you to position yourself and your business in a place, in a space where you can actually have an exit strategy and start another business. You may be that kind of person. I'm that kind of person. I'm a 6-month person. Project management. I don't want to do the same thing every 6 months. I want to have something new and innovative and different. So while I teach these classes over at the Institute of Courage, I also write books, and I also, have a lot of irons in the fire. I like to speak. I like to write. I like to network. I like to, there's so many things. I like to work on special projects. I love social media management. So there are so many things and so many gifts that one has that they can use those very same gifts to own their own stage. So I can't stay before you long. Got to go see my government job real quick, and then I will chat back with you later. But this is Dr. Eve Angel Savage over at Audacity Group Social Enterprise, where we teach people to identify, initiate, and implement strategies of distinction for investment. So stop on over at bit.ly / launch like a rocket. See you later.